Maine's top election official has disqualified former U.S. President Donald Trump from the state ballot in next year's presidential primary election. Now, Maine is the second state to do so after Colorado's top court disqualified him on December 19th over his role in the January 1st, 2021 assault on the U.S. Capitol. Here's Ediz Tianzan with more.
Following a decision by the top election official in the state of Maine, that's the Secretary of State, Shanna Bellows, who examined a case brought up by a group of citizens who challenged Trump's eligibility in the upcoming primary elections in March. Now, in her decision, she essentially ruled that Trump should be disqualified for inciting an insurrection on January 6, 2021. As you will remember, the Capitol Hill riots. Based on that incident, Trump has now become ineligible, according to the state Secretary of State. Now, earlier, in a statement she issued, she said that she did not reach this conclusion lightly, but she went on to say that she's mindful that no Secretary of State has ever deprived a presidential candidate of ballot access based on Section 3 of the 14th Amendment. But she also said that she is, however, also mindful that no presidential candidate has ever before engaged in insurrection. In other words, she's essentially basing her decision on a constitutional provision that prevents insurrectionists from holding office. Now, that's obviously a term that's been very much debated. It's very unclear by certain states, making a decision as to what is defined as insurrectionist has become a legal issue in certain states. But Trump's campaign has vowed to essentially appeal the decision. In another statement from one of Trump's campaign spokespeople, Stephen Chung, we heard him call this move essentially a partisan election interference efforts. And he went on to call this a hostile assault on American democracy. And he even went on as far as to call the state Secretary of State in Maine a virulent leftist. So this is definitely a very big political debate here. And we understand that Trump's team will now have 5 days to appeal this at the state's Supreme Court.